Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Doing a little morning flight in the 180 to the eastern side of Utah. There's a little dirt strip just outside of Moab that we like to practice and play on. So I'm going to see if the dirt's dry enough to get some landings in. It's been raining the past couple days, so we're just going to see how it goes. But I actually wanted to make today's video because I recently passed my instrument rating. And let me tell you, it was very, very difficult, but at least I had a hard time. But it was a great experience, and I'm so glad I got it done with. And I think it made me a better pilot overall. Now I just want to stay current, stay proficient. I'm not going to go out of my way by any means to go fly in clouds, and you know, obviously that's associated with icing. So I don't plan on doing that, but I do want to stay proficient and keep doing those instrument approaches and holding patterns and tracking courses. You know, everything that you need to stay current with, but also that goes along with staying proficient. You know, if you were actually to get in that scenario or situation, you know, you want to be proficient and get yourself out of it and be able to land the airplane. Hopefully within the next month or so, we can do a little bit of some instrument flying, and I definitely would want to record that for you guys. I think that's really interesting to watch. And not that I'm a CFI or anything, but I'm here for entertainment purposes. But you know, there's little stuff that you can learn, or at least talk to, you know, it could bring up questions and conversations with your CFI. Anyways, it was a really good time. We actually did some hours of actual IMC in California, which was nice. I definitely recommend doing that before your, you know, training is done with for your instrument. Getting that actual IMC is really, really beneficial. You know, I was under the hood the whole time, and then, you know, we flew over to California for the day and did some landings in there in busy airspace, and then we got into a little bit of the clouds and fog there, and it is really, really scary. Let me tell you what, like, you go in the cloud, and I felt like I was diving and doing a right-hand turn. You know, obviously I was trusting my instruments, I knew that, but my body felt like I was doing a diving turn to the right. It was really freaky, but something that I think you should experience with your CFI before, you know, you go into actual IMC and you start feeling that, because I was forcing myself to trust your instruments like you're trained to do, but oh man, my stomach and body felt like I was doing something completely different. So I was based out of Lake Havasu, so I did a lot of flying out there, and then obviously California, like I said. And I did it in 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks, and you know, obviously that's something that your schedule will permit you to do or not. And I like doing that because I got it over with, got it done. I didn't want to do like the whole like fly a couple times a month or, you know, once a week. I just wanted to get it done. We flew a lot of hours, but it's like so nice to look outside now. I remember when I got done with my check ride and I was like able to look outside for more than, you know, a minute. It was so nice. Obviously we went back. My check ride was an hour outside of where I was based doing my training, and I was like, I'm definitely going VFR on the way back because I sure do miss looking outside. The check ride overall went really well. I struggled a little bit through the oral, but was able to talk myself through it. After I relaxed a little bit, you know, all the information started coming to me. The flying portion was really not bad at all. It's a busy airspace. I did it out of Prescott, which seems weird. So it wasn't like a huge airspace. It's a Delta airspace, but there's a lot of instrument training going on. So we actually, we were told to do some holds. You know, sometimes you just go up, you know, you do your hold during your check ride and you're good to go. We got stuck in a hold for like 15 minutes, which is very nerve-wracking with the DP sitting there watching you do a hold for 15 minutes. And then we finally got out of the hold, and then we were requested to go back in it. I think we were in a hold for like 3 different times. I think the longest was 15 minutes, and then a couple 5-minute holds. We were stuck there, so that was very nerve-wracking. The instrument approaches weren't bad at all. That was probably the most scary part, I guess you can say, is doing the holds, because normally you would do probably a couple circuits around and you're good to go, but yeah, we were stuck there for a while. The DP was a great guy. He's based out of Prescott, and I know they have a big training facility there. I forgot what it's called. It's like one of the biggest in the world. So Embry-Riddle, I think it's what it's called. And so they were there. So you know, that whole school's there. They're constantly doing training and check rides. So I'm there trying to get it done, and it is just chaos. So, but you know, I guess you could say it made me a better pilot, because that's probably the busiest airspace I've flown in. I've flown to California, like I said, multiple times, and times before that, but you know, it was just kind of in and out, no big deal. Prescott was really, really busy, and obviously that training has a lot to do with it. But yeah, the check ride overall was not that bad. I did my written months prior to that. I wanted to get it over with, done with. I did it even before I started my training. And that's something I highly recommend doing. Just getting it over with and not having that over your shoulders, because I feel like the oral and the flying portion is completely different from the written. Yeah, there's some stuff that ties in, but you know, you're filling in a bubble, you're checking the answer, and I just feel like that's different when you're actually in a scenario and you have to explain yourself through it. So I recommend getting the written out of the way with, and then completely focus on that oral and that flying portion of the test. But I am so glad that is over with. It's good to be back in Colorado and / Utah, where I am right now, to do some flying that I actually enjoy. Don't get me wrong, instrument, it was fun, but I didn't need to go out of my way to go, you know, chase clouds. So, but yeah, we're almost to our first destination here. We'll see how the dirt is, maybe do a couple landings, show you guys around, and then just kind of hang out for the day. Alright, got the field in sight. Gonna kind of enter a left downwind here, basically do an approach and check it out, make sure there's no ruts, puddles, anything like that, and then either come back and land or go somewhere else. But this stuff dries up pretty fast. It's so hot here that, you know, basically in an afternoon it'll dry up unless it's heavy rain. Make sure nothing's shiny. That will show little signs of water. Just right out here. Looks like there's a couple people that landed on it. I do see, okay, so this front portion's dry. Wow, it actually does look pretty good. There is a couple ruts in it, but something that's been there the whole time. There is like a little bit ruts midfield, but nothing that nothing too unusual. All right, go ahead and climb out here. Kind of set up for a left downwind back in. Full notch flaps, hang set. Oh yeah. There's the rut right there. Go ahead and flip around, avoid the rut, so we can stay a little, I mean, it's not bad, I can show you guys, but I mean, the airplane would easily go over it, but might as well, you know, we have room to stay a little out of the way. Might as well do it.
Well, I don't think it gets much better than this. It is absolutely beautiful out. Shorts, t-shirt. This is like the perfect weather today. Awesome morning flight over to this little local dirt strip. You can see it's quite a lot to work with. It goes way, let's see, starts right there, ends way down there. Oh, maybe even a little bit further. So plenty of room to practice some landings on. I come out here and probably do about 10 to 15. Probably won't do that many today just because I got some other stuff going on, but I'll go ahead and walk out here and show you guys these ruts that I have to deal with. Once again, it's not bad at all, but just want to check it out. It looks like someone was here not too long ago. Obviously these are my tracks too, I get that, but when I was doing a flyover there were a couple other tracks. So a lot of people do come here practice. My brother actually recently soloed here, which is so cool. Solo at a one non-towered airport, which I think is cool. Two, on a dirt strip. Like, that's probably like the coolest solo ever. But yeah, so he recently did that about a week ago. I actually flew out here and watched him, and it was a great time. But yeah, now I'm back. I wanted to get some flying in, like I said, before the storm rolls through, and then I'm pretty busy these next couple weeks. So I wanted to get up in the airplane and do a little bit of flying. So you could see that this is totally dialed in. Like, I mean, it just rained here 2 days ago, and I mean, this place is already dry. It's not bad at all. And I'll show you guys up here is the ruts, but you can see you have a lot to work with. I mean, even if you go off the runway, which you wouldn't want to, you know, there's room for air. Here those bad boys are. You can see it's an ever so slightly slope right here down, and it kind of goes off the runway here, but I mean, it's maybe an inch, half an inch in most places. So basically you can just stay right here and go around it. But if you're taking off way back there, theoretically you should be off by this point anyways, but it's good to know for like touch and goes, to stay a little bit right or land like how I did right there. I kind of like rolled through really slow, and then plenty of room to take back off that way still. I normally just land, roll throughout here, but now just maybe get slowed up, take it wide, and then come back in. I'll walk back to the plane now, throw up the drone for a little bit. I think you guys will enjoy this pretty sweet scenery. This is more out in the desert side of Utah, but still can't beat it. Might as well throw up the drone. All right, drone mission complete. I gotta get out of here though. These gnats woke up and they're absolutely rabid. I'm getting bit all over, so I'm gonna throw some GoPros on the wings, do a couple landings here, and get back to Colorado.
All right. And hopefully this thing's starting up, scared those gnats away. Oh, my neck is just like bug bites all over. Close this guy. I think there's a gnat in my headset. Oh, I think it was. I think something just flew out. Or I'm just going crazy, I don't know. Alright, the rut's in sight. We'll just offset just a little bit. We should be off by that though. About 800 feet, maybe. We'll see. We are 45 gallons of fuel, so maybe not. Power set. Airspeed's alive. Yeah, just at the rut we were getting off, so not totally, but ever so slight right crosswind there. Coming in a little fast here. Got another notch of flaps in. There we go, got her slowed down. Let's get her centered up. Her last notch in, there's 4. And looking at the ruts, off-centering just a hair. Little bounce. There's the ruts, and we'll keep it rolling here. More ruts. Nice and easy, staying ground effect here. Build up some airspeed, and we're good. Nice. Little bounce there. Gotta go do another one. Gotta clean that up a little bit, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah, my patterns are still like 737 patterns, but over time they get shorter. I just do not like the whole base to final turn slow and low in the backcountry here. Like this turn right here, completely fast. I mean, still fast, but it just feels really awkward doing that turn that low. Stay coordinated here. There's our 4th notch. Clean this one up a little bit, hopefully. And we're off. Nice, that felt a little better there. And let's get out of here. Cool, that felt really good. I'm glad I went out and did some landings there. This place is perfect for it. There's enough room to get a touch and go in, but you got to be on it. You can't be messing around. You got to get that plane rolling again. That's what I really like about it. You know, it's enough wiggle room, and you have room for air on both sides. Like I did there, I kind of went around the ruts, but you still, you know, still not easy. All right, gas is on, mixture set, prop flaps to go. We got the Airbus off our left side here. He's on final. We're kind of getting stretched out here and put on a right base, and we're just going to follow the interstate in. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording when, I mean, that Airbus went right over me at like 1,000 feet above. It was pretty cool. I mean, I was talking to the tower the whole time, but pretty neat seeing a big jet like that close.
This 22 Charlie, right turn, taxi via Alpha Charlie to parking, monitor around .7, use the right side on Alpha for an option direction Cessna.
Okay, take a right here and then Alpha to Charlie and then right side of Alpha for 2322 Charlie. Alright everyone, another great day flying. About to pull back up to the hangar here shortly. Can't beat going and land on the dirt at least for an hour or so.
Hey, just out of curiosity, do you know what the ground stop is for in Denver, and if you think it's going to hold up?
It says for runway construction, just all I have is an update, I say it's 30 past, 15:30.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you stayed to this point, go ahead and click the like button. Really does mean a lot. Hopefully we get some more flying in. Unfortunately, these next couple weeks I am pretty busy, but it is flying season. Oshkosh is coming up. I will be there if any of you guys want to meet up. Be there Wednesday through Sunday, I believe. That's not official, but around that time, so I'm super excited for Oshkosh, and then hopefully the High Sierra later in October. And then also little local fly-ins here, which are fun to go to. But yeah, thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you next video.